Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, depending on where you are in this great country of ours. But I'm glad to be back here on a live stream. It's been a cool minute. So as you're coming in, please feel free to say hi, hello, salutations, whatever greetings you want to give them, post them, chat in the chat, and all that good stuff. And first off, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to check out all of the videos I've posted up this past couple of weeks. I really appreciate you guys for doing that, and also for smashing the like button. Shout out to the commenters who comment on the videos. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. And yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. One of the topics was inspired by Rando Geek. So if you're not subscribed to Rando Geek's channel, please go check them out. Good, solid stuff, man. If you guys want to get your telco news on, to kind of compare sources, right? We have Sneed Mobile Tech. We have, Carlos S Tech. We have several other guys that cover the telco industry, and Rando Geek is another one that covers it and basically gives you a different perspective on, the subjects that's kind of going on out there in the telco business. So give him a subscribe because he inspired one of the topics I'm going to talk about in this podcast today. But as you're coming in, say hi, say what's up. I'm giving a few more minutes before I get started. And for those that who may want to try out US Mobile, use a QR code. Lets them know that I referred you to give them a try. Sign up, start your service with them today. Take advantage of the multi-connection that is currently beta. So yeah, I think you have until March 31st. So if you sign up now and you opt to add on the multi-connection, you get your first month on that free. And that allows you to basically have a multi-network connection, kind of like a fallback. So like, if you travel a lot, or if there's like dead spots in your town on certain carriers, then another one will have you covered. So you always maintain a constant connection. So take advantage of that. All right, so I'm going to kick the tires and light the fires. Let me get rid of this QR code. And today has been a very eventful day. So Pebble is back, and not just back with operating systems. Pebble is back, and man, I've been searching high and low for my charging cable for my Pebble Time. I actually found the damn thing. I have it, and instead of just like talking about it, I wanted to try and use it again and give you guys an up-to-date live interaction with the Pebble Time that I have. But yeah, I'll probably have to order a charging cable off Amazon if they still exist, or off eBay or something like that. Who knows? I've been trying my other smartwatch chargers that have like a proprietary 2-prong magnetic charge, and none of them seem to get a rig. So very sad situation there. But anyways, yeah, so I went ahead and took a look at some of the info, but I figured, I'll just give you guys my live reaction to the 2 new Pebble smartwatches that is coming here shortly. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring it up here. So this is from the article from 9 to 5 Google. It's one of my favorite reading sources. So if you guys must know why I tend to go to theirs. Yeah, I mean, one, I trust, I trust about 80% of the news that they put out. And secondly, I like the writers. So anyways, this is from Ben Schoon. If I butchered the last name, Ben, I'm sorry. This was posted basically today at 9:10 a.m. So it says the Pebble Time 2 will finally launch as Core Time 2 for $229, and it has a touchscreen. So Pebble's made the jump to touchscreen. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. They're touchscreen now, so what does that mean? So they go on to basically discuss and give you guys a reminder of who Pebble was and when they launched back in 2016. And basically they were the innovators and the beginners of smart watches, okay? They were around before Apple Watch, before Pixel Watch, before Galaxy Gear. They were around before that. They had the idea of making a satellite tech that would pair with your smartphone, allowing you to keep your smartphone in your pocket. Mostly business people who attended a lot of business meetings and stuff like that would definitely invest in a Pebble watch. What up, B-Tech? And the reason why is because they got notifications on their wrist without ever having to pull their phone out. They can keep their phone on silent, and they would still get notifications. And if they were waiting for an important notification, then obviously they would get it. So that was the core purpose of Pebble. And little by little, Pebble started adding additional things in there and started allowing people to kind of fudge around with Pebble OS. And people made apps that you could install on the Pebble watch, right? Like a Twitter app, a Facebook app that allowed you to read your timeline from your watch. But the reason that those weren't core functions within Pebble when you took it right out of the box was that it was mainly about getting notifications on the wrist. VTech says, I thought Pebble was done. Oh man, you're missing out on some tech news. I dropped a video a couple of weeks ago explaining that Pebble was appreciative for Google releasing Pebble OS as open source because it allowed Pebble to basically get the open source files for Pebble OS. And then not long ago, like a week ago, they made mention that there was something big coming. And then 48 hours ago, they posted on their website picture, which I actually used it as my thumbnail, but that photo you see as my thumbnail, that was on the website, and like the watch face had a countdown, and the countdown was to almost 2 hours ago. So yeah, Pebble is back now. Fast forward, right? Because one of the biggest mistakes, and I'm sure that the founder of Pebble, who is actually running this again, learned from his mistakes when he got a little, I guess people would say he got a little greedy when he was going to Kickstarter and running Kickstarter campaigns to crowdfund to build these devices, right? Because that's how the first one was built. He used Kickstarter, he crowdfunded, he had a goal target of what he needed to build the first Pebble watch, and he overly exceeded that amount in donations and support. He should have enough money, for the next Pebbles, but he again went back to Kickstarter, and he brought the Pebble Time, which I still have mine. My Pebble Time, that is, I believe, dead. I don't think it has a charge at all, and I need to charge it. Because this is a very nice smartwatch. I will tell anybody that under the sun. But anyways. And then he went back to Kickstarter again for the Pebble 2. And a lot of people were just like, why are you coming back and crowdfunding for the Pebble 2? You should have more than enough money to manufacture and produce the Pebble 2. And you can tell the Pebble 2 wasn't the best. I have some of them around here. I'm trying to find them so I can bring them on camera. Okay, here's my OG Pebble that my kids broke. Gotta love kids. You have kids. They get into everything. They mess other things up. So let me see if I can find. I got a lot of old tech just hanging around. I mean, I don't know how many guys remember the Snapchat glasses that record. Okay, I don't have the Pebble 2 around, but I do have the Pebble 1 right here. And my kids decided to play with scissors and cut the watch band. So I need to get a new watch band for it. But other than that, I mean, it will still work. The Pebble 2 had these very soft mush buttons that were easily, ripped. So I prefer the build of the Pebble 1. I prefer the build of that and the build of the Pebble Time, which if I find a charger to it, I'm going to charge it up, try to connect it and use it. But anyways, so Pebble is back. They have what's called the Core Time 2. And that'll be launching later this year, and it has some big upgrades. One of the things that they talk about is that it's touchscreen now, so it's going to have like a larger display, probably the size of the Pebble Time without the bezels on the Pebble Time. Let's see, the Pebble smartwatches are back. The Core starting at $149 with 30-day battery life. So that's crazy. 1 month battery life? And I think that's on the Core. Yeah, this is on the Pebble Time too. The Core Time 2 is a smartwatch running Pebble OS that's being built pretty much for from the ground up, but it has all the points that people wanted from Pebble Time 2 nearly a decade ago. The color e-paper display is 1.5 inches in size, bigger than any Pebble that has been released to date, and that same size that was promised for the Pebble Time 2. It also has a metal frame and metal buttons, a heart rate monitor, and upgraded vibration motors from Pebble generations. So I guess this is the Pebble Core. And this would be the Pebble Time 2 or the Core Time 2. They're calling them cores, and I don't think they're gonna like hang on the Pebble name. They look every bit of what I remember them to be, and this type of buttons, not a fan of if those are like soft plush buttons. I like them more physical, tactile. Like I said, the Pebble 2 that I had, great smartwatch, but the side buttons just tore easily. And so now there's this big old hole on the side of my Pebble 2 that your fingernail can go into. And it makes no contact with the actual, buttons inside to navigate. And that's one of the things that I liked about Pebble. So, I mean, I'm sure everyone that decides to go after these devices, they're going to go for the later model, the Time 2 with the touchscreen, because everybody loves touchscreen smartwatches. Me, I'm going to go old school because I like the buttons. I don't care to navigate touching my watch face all the time. And I never really needed to with, yeah, I just never needed to. I'm available to go on a deathlock. Let's see, I'm going to finish this one at 11:45, which is in an hour. So in about 2 hours, I'll be able to do it because I'm going to eat lunch and then I can jump back on a podcast with you if you want. If you want, set it up, but at least give me 2 hours from now. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, so this is pretty exciting for Pebble. This is very exciting for Pebble fans. Ooh, I like the way that this looks. Look at that. Right there, the buttons are like more spaced out. They're not crammed close together. And we got a slideshow here, so let's go through it. This is the black model. That's the front of it, and it's, I think I could have done without the bezels. I'm pretty sure lots of people are going to talk about this bezel right here. But yeah. Yeah, man. For like I said, 2 hours from now, dude. Just set it up for 2 hours. I'm ready to, I'm ready to do it in 2 hours from now. I'm gonna finish this podcast up. I'm gonna get into the Pixel 9a, release, and then a little rant towards the end, and then yeah, I'll be done by like in an hour. I'm gonna take an hour to eat, and then we could do a podcast. So, I just have to be done with that podcast before 2:45 p.m. my time, so I pick up my son from school. But anyways, here's the white one, front face of it. So they just give you like the front and side angle of it. I like that. I like the way that they space the buttons. This is starting to look really good. Anyways, yeah, so pretty interesting, in all of this and what's going on. Pretty exciting. $229. I mean, for people who are gonna kind of flip out, or maybe compare the pricing from this to a Pixel watch, or from this to an Apple Watch Ultra. I can see all these things happening. And $149 for the base model Core watch, and then $229 for the Core Time 2 with the touchscreen. I mean, we'll see where it goes. The one thing I know is that Pebble is jumping back in the ring with their gloves on. Do they have it in them to contend and go up against the likes of, other smartwatch manufacturers, including my new, my latest new favorite, the CMF Watch Pro and CMF Watch Pro 2, which, you can get those for like $70. So it's way more than half the price of these two watches being released from Pebble. And, you get the touchscreen interface, you get the notifications, the fitness tracking, Bluetooth calling from it, camera controls. You get all that from the CMF watch. So it'll be very interesting to see. Does Pebble come back in swinging, and do they stay in the ring for the long haul fight? Or is this like a nostalgic comeback where people will welcome them with open arms, but then shut them down because they're not doing exactly what the other smartwatch manufacturers are doing? You guys let me know in the comments if you're watching on the replay crew. Definitely appreciate that. Switching tracks now, we are talking the Pixel 9a. And like I said, there's been rumors and talks. Android Police pretty much is talking about it, that the Pixel 9a isn't official yet, but it's already being sold in stores. Stores are selling it. Michael, what's up, man? Welcome in. Glad to have you here. This would explain why there's already a Pixel 9a iris color unboxed. They're already being sold in stores. Like, what the fudge? Why can't a store nearby me have this on sale already? Because I've already made up my mind, other than, going for the Nothing Phone 3a, which initially I wanted to go for. But I'm not going to sit here fighting with the Nothing beta program and waiting for them to open up and allow more people to order the phone. And then, because by the time I even able to check my emails, they've already accepted all the beta orders for US that they could take. And so it's back to sign up with your email and we'll notify you when they're available. So I'll just grab a Nothing Phone 3a when somebody here in my city gets tired of one and puts it up for sale. I'll buy it off of them. So I decided that my phone upgrade for 2025 is going to be the Pixel 9a. That's what I'm going for. And so I'm just waiting for pre-orders to go up. And once pre-orders are on, I am going to purchase one. And then I will have the unboxing and the first impressions and, the initial first review and the next couple of months review. You get all that from the Pixel 9a. So anyways, most people are literally talking about that this is probably going to have a March 19th release, which is tomorrow, like an unveiling of it, maybe like a 30-second video ad on the Google YouTube channel or the Made by Google YouTube channel, followed up with pre-orders going active at that moment that it goes up. And then the official launch, where you'll find them at Best Buy, in Walmart and Target, will be March 26th. So a week after, basically. All right. So tomorrow's Wednesday. They're expecting a pre-order launch. The following week, a week from tomorrow, will be the actual launch where you can get these things in hand. And I could wait the week, but I'm gonna go ahead and just try my luck with the pre-order and see if it comes in by the end of this week. And if it does, or at least the beginning of next week, I will have that phone to unbox for all of you guys and share in my excitement of the Pixel 9a. Now, I know that it does not go with the traditional design, the camera bar. It doesn't have that. I understand. And you know what? Like, I want the phone in my hand before I make a full-on, ironclad judgment of the phone's design. I got to see it in person. And so, I couldn't end up not liking it. I can end up liking it. But one thing's for sure, I'm damn excited to pick one up. I've already made the plans to get it. So I'm just superly excited. So March 19th is what we're looking at. Now, if you want to know what the specs are, let's see. The German listing also, according to the article, affirms that the 9a specs includes Gorilla Glass 3 protection. Not a big fan of that. So I think they could have stepped it up a little bit on the screen protection instead of using a Gorilla Glass 3. I wasn't expecting, Gorilla Glass Victus or Victus 2, but they could have went up a little bit. We are getting two storage options, 128 and 256. 6.3-inch OLED screen with 120 hertz refresh, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and then you got the Tensor G4 chip. And it doesn't make mention of it here, but I'll tell you guys, as far as the modem for network connectivity, it is using the same modem as the Pixel 8a, which is the Exynos 5300i. I know some people are a little, upset that it's using that and not the same modem that the Pixel 9 and 9 Pro have, which is the Exynos 5400. But I got to tell you guys, though, that the 5300 in my Pixel 8a is just fine. I mean, I ran a speed test on Metro by T-Mobile and was getting gigabit speeds down already in my location. So, I have to say that, it's pretty decent. I know that my wife is waiting for me to do a couple of reviews on the Pixel 9a. Once I do that And then I'm sure she's gonna go for this color, the peony color. That's a good color for her. I mean, she just upgraded to the Pixel 8a from the 7a a couple of weeks ago, and then she's gonna upgrade this summer to the Pixel 9a. And we go for the A series devices. They're much more affordable, so they're not really breaking our wallets or taking away from anything else that we need to purchase or that we need to pay. And we're getting the latest device from Google. My wife and I are big Pixel fans. We always have been. Ever since she's gotten a Pixel from me, she hasn't gone back to anything else. If I, force switch her to review a phone that she's currently using and say like I put her on the Galaxy A53 or I put her on the iPhone 12, she gets pissed off at me. So nowadays she's just like, if I need to review her phone, just ask her, and at a time that she's available, she'll let me take the phone from her and record B-roll footage, and I can just voice over. And I'm even allowed to go through the user interface of her phone, just not open her apps and show her private information. And I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. But now I don't need to. She's got a Pixel 8a. I got one. I don't need hers to review mine. And then when she gets the peony, I'll have my Pixel 9a. So I'll have the iris purple color. She'll have the pink color. I'm going for the iris because it's kind of like a throwback to the Pixel 3a purplish color. I mean, it's a little bit more darker in hue compared to... I don't know why someone's calling me. But yeah. Anyways, it's a little bit more darker hue than the Pixel 3a's purplish color. But in fact, for some that have said that this is the first purple Pixel A series device coming, I have to tell you guys are wrong. Pixel 3a had a purplish color. It didn't really look purple. That's why it was called purplish. In certain lighting, when you looked at it, it did have a purple tint to it. And I still have mine somewhere around here. I still have mine. And it was a little weird because it was like purplish, but it had like the power button was like a lime green color. So it really stood out. I really wish Google would go back to its quirky two-tone colors. I mean, that was something that I really liked about Google. These solid tone colors are nice. But I just, like they could get the best of both worlds. I know that Google wants to be taken serious. So this is why they switched up from two-tone color designs to just solid color designs to make it more elegant and, more mature looking. But I think they could have they could have came out with like 4 color options, or in this case for the 9A, they could have came out with 5 color options instead of, 6. I would go 6, right? The 4 that are like regular, what's up, Radiant Switch Tech? The 4 that's, solid colors. And then they could have made, Pixel 9a, like 2 of them that are quirky Google colors, two-toned. I know it doesn't have the camera bar, but they still could have probably figured out something for it. That's for sure. So we'll see if tomorrow is the official announcement and pre-orders go up tomorrow for the Pixel 9a. If that's the case, I am ordering mine tomorrow. And then if so, then that means that the full launch of the phone will be on the 26th, a week from tomorrow. And I am really excited for that. The 6A, I don't think the 6A had a coral. The 6A had the charcoal. It had, the white and gray one, and then it had a green one. The regular Pixel 6 had a coral. That's the phone that my daughter's using now. She really loves that phone. She won't give it back. But she has the Pixel 6 kind of coral. I have the Pixel 7a and what they also call coral, but is more like an orange, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so just making it a little bit bigger. But I have the Pixel 7a. And the 6A and the 5A. The only A series device I don't have from Google is the Pixel 4a 5G. I have a 5A, I have a 4A, I have a 3A, the 6A, 7A, 8A, and soon to have the 9A. But I don't have the 4A 5G, and eventually I'll pick that up. The 4A is right here. And for those that are like asking if it has the battery issue. Oh man, I forgot to reboot it. Evolution X 9.2. I have a custom ROM on my Pixel 4a, and I was updating it the other day when I was recording, and I forgot to reboot the phone. I don't know. Maybe I'll pop a SIM card into the Pixel 4a and take it for a spin today or tomorrow, something like that. I don't know. Oh, green, you meant? Oh man, yours broke. Like, is it just, the screen that broke, or did the phone like malfunction? Because I would have, at least maybe seen if Google could do a replacement, or if taken it to You Break I Fix, now known as Assurion, and they are official for fixing Pixel phones. My dogs are 5-star security alarms. I'm listening to see if like the door opens or something. I know my older son left for work. Could be the post office person. They usually deliver mail around 11 a.m. Between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. I was gonna say 3 a.m. Like what postal service person is walking around at 3 a.m. delivering mail? But anyways, so the last topic discussion that I wanted to talk about is a little bit of a different topic. It's more of like a rant. And this topic was inspired by Rando Geek, so please subscribe to Rando Geek, and also subscribe to Radiant Switch Tech here. Radiant Switch Tech, follow on Instagram as well if you guys want to get insight to how telco speeds are in certain areas, especially in Arizona. Yeah, this is your dude to follow as well. So, but yeah, Rando Geek made a video talking about what was going on with the price hikes with T-Mobile, and I get that people are upset with T-Mobile with raising prices when they were guaranteed this price for the life of their account, or however many years were promised. And I get people are gonna get frustrated, but I'm gonna say this directly to people. It's because your phone bill with T-Mobile went up and it pisses you off and you feel like you were lied to, doesn't give you the damn right to walk into a T-Mobile store and yell at a customer service rep who has absolutely no control over what the company T-Mobile does. Like, I don't know if it escapes people's heads. They think they could just walk in, and because they're irate, frustrated, they're going to ask to talk to somebody, and then when they get that somebody, they're going to just start yelling at them and verbally abusing them and verbally bashing them. And it's like, you have no right to verbally bash somebody who literally is working for the company. They don't own the freaking company. They work for them. They make a paycheck just like you. Okay, so if you don't want to be given shit at work, if you gossip with your coworkers about a customer giving you crap and how it irked the hell out of you, keep that in mind when you walk into not just a T-Mobile store, but any phone carrier store. Verizon, AT&T, Boost Mobile, doesn't matter. Keep that in mind, when you're walking in, when you feel like you just got the urge, you want to shout at them. Think about that one customer that treated you like shit on the job. Because if you didn't like it, then what makes you think that any rep is going to like it? It is their job to sell phones in the T-Mobile store. A lot of us who make these videos on YouTube have been telling you guys for months that the T-Mobile store reps no longer can do bill adjustments, even if they did before. I don't know. But if they did before, they're not doing it anymore, and it's not their choice. It's T-Mobile who says you guys can't. You have no access to it. All they can do is sign you up on a new account, sell you any one of the phones they carry, upgrade you if you're coming in for an upgrade, sell you accessories for your smartphone or for any additional IoT that you have. Like if you got a tablet from them, if you got a hotspot from them, that's all they can do. Bill adjustments, any of that stuff, you have to contact customer care. And even then, when you contact customer care by phone, you can't expect them to want to help you if you're verbally bashing them. That gets you nowhere. I am not saying that people don't have a right to be upset. You have every right to be upset. But sometimes I think customers forget they have the power. Not in the power that they can go and make T-Mobile switch their stuff back to the way it was before. But nonetheless, you still have power. You can always vote with your wallet. If T-Mobile is that bad and you don't trust them anymore, take your business elsewhere. Port your lines out. Verizon and AT&T is going to have deals every time one of the carriers tends to mess up or do something that they know that people are going to dislike. Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, they all do it. they tend to create a promotion to help pull those dissatisfied customers over to them, giving them a reason to leave. And you can always vote with your wallet. Like when you jump providers, nothing is permanent. I mean, the only thing that makes you feel like it's permanent is if you don't buy out your phone full price and you finance the phone, because then you got to like take care of that financial obligation. And no matter how many times you yell at the customer rep because you want to leave their company, that you want them to unlock your phone so you can go to another provider, and it don't make sense. Why do we have to pay off the phone when it's your phone? Like, because you financed it. And if you take it elsewhere and don't pay off the phone, then yeah, you can't blame them for putting it on your credit, and your credit starts to suck. That's the reality of business. So, but you still have the power. You can go where you want to go, leave wherever you want to leave to. So why waste energy? Why waste time? And, why emotionally hurt somebody? Because I don't care who these people are. They could be the baddest dude on the planet. They can have the face of a gremlin that looks like it fears nothing. But just by you coming in, yelling at them, calling them incompetent, calling them stupid, screaming at them, calling them liars to their face, it hurts in a way. It does. Any rep who's got the balls to come forward and tell you guys will tell you the truth. It does hurt. Some people react where they go to the back of the store and they cry. Some people react like myself. We go to the back of the store, we start punching things to get the aggression out because we don't want to hit the customer. They're human just like us. We cannot forget that. We have to remember, we have to have some form of class and give them some respect. And again, if you don't like what you're being sold, leave. All right? This is checkers, not chess. You play the game that you want to play. You move the way you want to in your strategy. And checkmate comes in the form of many different ways. Comes in the form of you walking away. Comes in the form of you filing an FCC complaint. Comes in the form of you, literally just cutting all your lines down. Like completely leaving. Maybe not taking your number over, not porting over, maybe just completely leaving. Like you don't care if you get a new number, you shut everything off and you walk away. You have the power. So I was really surprised when it was coming out in the reports that people were being so ugly and mean to T-Mobile store reps because of the changes. And you know what? To all those people out there that's like wiling out, I'm pretty sure they're the ones that were attacking my buddy Sneed and Carlos and them when they were trying to tell people from the jump, like, you can't trust carriers. They say price lock guarantee. I mean, has anyone seen the movie? What is it? Tommy Boy? Remember what he says to the guy when the guy says there's no guarantee on the box, and then David Spade reminds him of the chicken wing scenario that they were in before. So he tells the guy, he was like, why would a company put a guarantee on the box? Why? And the guy's like, okay, I'm listening. So he tells him about the magical guarantee fairy, and who knows if she's hopped up on something. So the old man tells him, he's like, so then why did they put a guarantee on the box? And he comes back with the best line ever, because all they did was sell you a guaranteed piece of shit. So when companies are like, price lock guarantee, yeah, your shitty price is guaranteed. They didn't add that part in, and it can fluctuate, go up or down as the company sees fit. I mean, T-Mobile is trying to make moves and trying to do things, and it's going to cost them money. They're going to pull in the money the way that they can. That's raising prices on your lines, raising prices on some products and services, and probably even price hiking on MVNOs that have agreements with them. That would suck. Could you imagine Google Fi's unlimited plus plan going from $65 all the way up to like $80 per line? And then there's simply unlimited going from 50 to 65. That would totally suck. Yeah, so I'm just gonna tell people that are like getting all frustrated with T-Mobile store reps, cut it out. All right, cut them some slack, cut them a break, because it's not cool. It's not worth doing. Let me keep it at that. Anyways, last thing that I'll discuss is a little bit different also. It is the state of my channel, and my channel is in serious jeopardy, which is fine. You know, I keep making videos, I keep uploading them because I enjoy doing that, and I love to read your guys' comments, your interactions with it. Even some of the ones that people that were trying to be mean, like the person that told me to get a girlfriend on the why I can't recommend Boost Mobile anymore, and I'm like, it's funny. Some of you guys came to my defense without me even knowing and was telling that person I have a wife, and I appreciate you guys for doing that. But you know, it doesn't bother me. People that say some of the meanest things about me, it really doesn't bother me on social media because I don't need other people for a validation in life. You know, all that matters to me is just what my family thinks about me. It's always been that way. So you either like me for who I am or you don't. I will not hold any ill will towards you if you don't like me. You know, just do your thing and let me do my thing, right? Like, I won't bother you. I won't go to your YouTube channel and start mess or whatever. That's just not the type of person I am. But yeah, you know, things are changing. There's new content creators that are more interesting and people are discovering them and they've moved on. I get that. So I will let you guys know, no matter what happens, I will keep pumping videos even if YouTube takes everything away from me. I will find a way to get videos out for you guys to, you know, check out when you guys feel like it, nostalgic and stuff like that. That's just the way of it because I'm not in this for fame, stardom, or anything like that. I've always been into this because if I talk this type of stuff to my wife, she just gets like, her head wants to explode. I needed somewhere to talk about this type of stuff, and YouTube was the platform that, you know, I decided to start my adventure on, and I've been on here since 2011 and still going. So no one has to worry about it. You know, just maybe like the mobile live streaming might get taken away. I don't know how YouTube does it because YouTube has always threatened that if your channel is not considered viable to them, that they will cancel you, get rid of your channel. So I hope they don't do that to me. I've been on here for such a long time. But yeah, if it does, then just know that I will make another channel. I will share it on social media where it's at so you guys can find it, subscribe to it, watch the videos and live streams I do on it, all that good stuff. But I want to thank everybody that subscribes, everybody that comments, everybody that shares the videos, everyone that hits the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I always will appreciate it because you guys don't have to. You guys don't have to, you know, allocate your time to watching my videos and my live streams. You guys don't. You guys have better things in life to do than look at this 42-year-old guy sit up here and, you know, talk about tech news and stuff like that. But you guys do. So I love you guys for it. And yeah, that is it for now. You guys take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. I know it wasn't an hour long, but we're going to get back into the groove of doing more live streams a week. Just give me some time to settle back in into my daily routine after being on vacation. And I may do a story time on what happened on vacation and how we almost died on my vacation. But that would be on my blog channel. So if I do that, I'll let you guys know. I'll talk to y'all later. Aloha.